Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now March 10th of 2020. Now, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and LUCASFILM and exactly how they're going to handle everything ranging from the TV shows, such as the animated and live-action TV series, as well as the new Star Wars movies and more to come. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film was the culmination of the Skywalker saga. This was a very important movie for Disney and Lucasfilm to complete by, of course, director J.J. Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrio, in order to really move past the saga that started back in 1977 and to focus on bigger and better things. Now, thankfully, everything related to Kathleen Kennedy, she no longer has creative control over at Lucasfilm, so any of the existing projects in the early development phase, she no longer has creative control over all of that. So that's one thing to look forward to, is that all these new Star Wars projects are indeed going to have different tones and different feels to them when you actually watch these projects either on the big screen or at home on Disney+. So, of course, we got The Mandalorian Season 2 coming our way, we got the Kenobi TV series and other projects coming to Disney+, all of which Kathleen Kennedy will not be involved with, even the movies such as the new Star Wars trilogy. Now, on top of all of this, what's really intriguing all has to do with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. Now that The Rise of Skywalker is out of theaters, many fans have been very curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm, where currently Disney has multiple plans in order to reunite the fans around the world to create a better future for Star Wars and to steer it in the right direction. However, one thing is known, and that is that The Rise of Skywalker production was by far the most difficult out of all three films. During and after the premiere of Episode 9, many interviews were given to many of the creatives, including Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. When questioned about the production of the film, she stated that they had far less time in order to that actually completing that in comparison to The Force Awakens, and that it was her idea to do the rewrites on set. However, her role as president of Lucasfilm seems to be quite dim. Behind the scenes, it's noted that Kathleen Kennedy wanted to quit from Star Wars in general and to step away from Lucasfilm sometime soon in order to focus either on other projects or to retire for good. It's explained that Kennedy has been aware about the backlash and is frustrated with fans over how they treated the franchise with The Last Jedi backlash overall, and that this all led to Rian Johnson's trilogy being put into pieces by the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, which was a creation by Kathleen Kennedy. Now, it's explained that Kathleen Kennedy wants to step down as soon as possible, however is still working on a roadmap for the future of Star Wars and its timeline. So, about the roadmap, that is basically the only thing that she really does have a say in the matter right now, is the roadmap. Now, you guys may be wondering, what in the world is a roadmap? This is essentially where the movies are placed throughout this decade. You know, what movie is going to be released in what year. So, that's so far what she is handling as of right now, the roadmap of Star Wars TV shows, the movies, and other projects and such. So, the thing about Kathleen Kennedy, of how she's very frustrated with fans and how this is leading to her wanting to quit Lucasfilm or to just quit from Star Wars and step down and focus on other projects, it really tells us, the fans, that the backlash 100% was indeed real to Disney this whole entire time. Disney, the CEO, Bob Iger, the original CEO, would constantly say that the backlash did not exist. It was just a frequency issue as to why Solo: A Star Wars Story failed, and had nothing to do with fans being upset about The Last Jedi. However, that's far from the truth. It's actually the complete opposite, is that yes, it was The Last Jedi that caused quite a backlash, because a lot of fans were very fed up with how the sequel trilogy was handled. So, when we think about it like this way, obviously a lot of fans have been very upset with how Kathleen Kennedy handled the Star Wars franchise, how a lot of fans actually thought about The Last Jedi and how that led to the box office results for Episode 9. Obviously, Disney and Lucasfilm aren't too quite happy about that. They expected more around $2 billion, maybe even $2.5 billion at the box office worldwide, more so closer to Avengers Endgame, for example. Now, obviously, this backlash was a big deal for The Last Jedi. A lot of fans were very much divided over what they did to the character of Luke, what the plot elements were like, such as the casino city of Canto Bight in that film. A lot of things in that movie were just not right, and it only makes sense for Kathleen Kennedy to be frustrated. I mean, a lot of her creations are being put to the wayside, and rightfully so. So, with that being said, guys, like I say, when you think about it like this, a lot of fans, really do see the brighter side to Star Wars here, now that Kathleen Kennedy seems to have a short time over at Lucasfilm, and how that's starting to fade. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.